You see, for the past 60 years or more, we have known Northeast India to be an insurgency hotspot in South Asia. But for the past 20 years or so, we have now realized, following interrogations of arrested Maoists, that it has been a hotbed of Naxalism as well. And the fact has only come to light recently. And this fact that Northeast India has become a hotbed of the Maoists or Naxalites has added a new security dimension to the entire issue of insurgency in this extremely sensitive frontier. In fact, while Naxals in the rest of India are operating in the mainland, the Naxals in the northeast are operating in the Assam Arunachal Pradesh border, which is a frontier region, and thereby adding to the security dimension. There are several facts to this because the Maoists are now said to be linked with the ethnic insurgents like the anti-talk Alpha faction headed by Paresh Barua. They have also linkages to the People's Liberation Army of Manipur. In fact, this fact has been currently being investigated by the National Investigation Agency, and therefore it's a real threat. And in fact, the fact that the Northeast is underdeveloped, the Northeast has accessibility problems, it has connectivity problems. So therefore, this is a recipe for the Maoists to actually sustain themselves. In fact, one of the areas where they are concentrated is the Assam Arunachal Pradesh border, which is an extremely connected, very poorly, I would say. And in fact, particularly the Sadia subdivision of Eastern Assam's Tinsukia district is supposed to be the hotbed of the Maoists. In fact, 66 years after independence, that area doesn't have a road link. There is no linkage over the river Brahmaputra. In fact, the only way to access that region is through a ferry on the river Brahmaputra, and therefore they can easily crisscross into Arunachal Pradesh in the lower Dibang Valley and Lohit districts of Arunachal Pradesh. And in fact, the area is also extremely poorly policed because the two districts in Arunachal Pradesh, located over a vast tract of area, has only about 200 police personnel. And in fact, when the Naxals are operating, the police are supposed to be actually said to be looking the other way, and because they have no way to do. And in fact, this linkages between the Maoists and the ethnic rebel armies that has added an absolutely new security dimension to the whole problem of insurgency in Northeast India. And also, there are suspicion that the Naxals or the Maoists are actually trying to capitalize on the fact that some of the insurgents are actually on a ceasefire mode. They have either surrendered or on a ceasefire with the government. Therefore, this void is sought to be filled by the Maoists. That is one of the factors that is believed to have the sudden resurgence of Maoism in Northeast India. And of course, at this stage, by all indications, the Maoists are in a latent phase, and they are actually trying to mobilize. They're trying to engage in advocacy. And the government agencies, apart from requesting the government of India to declare 9 of the Assam's 27 districts as Maoist affected, they are also trying to find out what are the pull factors and try to devise a counter strategy to actually deal with this new problem. In fact, apart from an NIA investigation, the government is also trying to come up with a comprehensive policy to deal with the issue. In fact, the government is saying that some of the anti-dam agitations in Assam are also basically led by front organizations of the Maoist. The fact has not yet been fully established, but the fact that this is a serious problem is indicated by the arrest of several of the Maoist leaders. In fact, there has been encounters where at least 4 or 5 Maoists have already been killed in direct shootouts with security forces, and there has been cases where the Maoists have snatched weapons from the security forces, and there are also complaints by the state's tea garden Adivasi communities. They have been in fact giving open memorandums to the state government leaders that members of their community are being lured by the Maoists to pay them a salary of 2,000 to 3,000 rupees per month. So, in the ultimate analysis, it is a whole new problem that the security agencies or the security establishment has to deal with in Northeast India, and the problem is actually real.